Welcome back, Patriots and friends. I was gonna make this video earlier, but I took a midday nap. I woke up and then I found out that all these channels, literally every channel that I watch on YouTube got scrubbed. And I have found some of them on other platforms, but some of them I can't find. Just like that. Gone. Dunzo. I'll go over a little list here. Which one is it? Is this... Did I... Yeah. Oh shoot, you guys can't see it. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. Why do I always do this? What is wrong with me? Hold on. Let me get rid of my stupid face here. And switch over. Hey. Lot better, right? MAGA girl. Good evening. So these are some of the main channels. Like, this is like literally like everybody who I watch. Destroying the Illusion, Red Pill 78, Praying Medic, Joe M, iPop, X22 Report, Edge of Wonder, SGT Report, Space Shot, 76, Woke Society's Amazing Polly. I don't know who Truth and Art TV is. That's probably like the only one that I don't know about. Patriot Soapbox and Dustin Nemos. And the funny part is Dustin Nemos was banned like 2-3 days ago. But earlier today, all of these other channels are just boom, gone, donezo. So I don't know what they have, what they're I don't know why they don't like Dustin Nemos, but he's been heavily censored, dude. Like, he's probably the most censored person. I mean, you can still find a lot of these people on Twitter. Oops. Kaylee, I love you so much. Not in a weird way. It's just, I think she's hot. So I'm back, and I will not be. Oh, I guess they silenced her as well. What? I didn't know about this one. I did not know about. So I guess she's back. She will not be silenced. Twitter's goal was to silence her, but they won't win. Looking forward to @Jack subpoenaed by the Senator Judiciary. What is this? Senate. Okay, yeah, the Senate Judiciary. I should follow this actually. So yeah, that was it. That's the purge. It has begun. Luckily, I haven't been. Well, I'm not a big. They just removed the big channels that have the big followings. I got like what 180 subscribers, dude. And as you can see, the content of my videos isn't of high production, and you know, I don't have fancy displays. It's just me with a couple memes. I can display, you know, what I want to share, and that's about it. You know, I mean, I would like to have cooler things, but for now, I like how this format works for me. And we got James Woods. The cowards at Twitter locked me out for exposing the Biden criminal cabal. Thank you, @Jack, for enabling this to backfire on you, and for making hashtag crooked Joe Biden trend. Please, my friends, join me in the effort to use crooked Biden in every tweet you post. You know, Mr. James Woods, I will do just that. Yeah, it's like I'm a small account. I should follow this guy just so I can. No, I think if I followed him, I would harass him, and then it'd just be like, "Oh, your account's gone. Bye." So I'm not gonna do that. What else is there? Oh, cool. Thank you so much. I will follow you back. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to talk about. So POTUS was again asked about our favorite number 17, right? Where is hold on, let me what? They didn't. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring, and that you are the savior of that.
You know, it doesn't matter. I've already doxed myself, so it's like it doesn't even matter anymore.
I know nothing about QAnon. I just told you very little. You told me that what you tell.
So he was, I guess there was a town hall meeting while I was, you know, taking my evening nap there, and he was asked about QAnon again. And check out his response.
Let me ask you about QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring, and that you are the savior of that. Now, can you just once and for all state that that is completely not true?
So,
and disavow QAnon in its entirety?
I know nothing about QAnon.
I just told
you. I know very little. You told me, but what you tell me doesn't necessarily make it fact. I hate to say that. I know nothing about it. I do know they are very much against pedophilia. They fight it very hard, but I know nothing about it.
They believe that it's
If
a
you'd like me
tenant
to
hall run by the
study the
DOC.
subject. I'll tell you what I do know about. I know about Antifa, and I know about the radical left, and I know how violent they are and how vicious they are, and I know how they're burning down cities run by Democrats, not run by
Republican
Republicans.
Senator Ben Sass said, quote, QAnon is nuts, and real leaders call conspiracy theories conspiracy theories. Why not just say it's
Can I be
crazy and
honest?
not true?
He may be right. I just don't know about QAnon.
You do know.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. You
Let me
tell
ask you
what
another
about it.
thing.
Let's waste the whole show. You start off with white supremacy. I denounce it. You start off with something else. Let's go. Keep asking me these questions.
I do have one more
Let me
thing.
let me just tell you what I do hear about it is they are very strongly against pedophilia, and I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that, and I agree
But
with
there's
it
not a
very strongly.
satanic pedophile.
no idea. I know
You
nothing
don't know
about
that? Okay.
No, I don't know
You
that.
just
And
this
neither
week.
do you know that.
Okay, just this week.
Why
you
aren't
read
you asking me about Antifa? Why aren't you asking me
Because you're
about the
just-
radical
you-
left?
because you're
Why aren't
volunteering.
you asking Joe Biden questions about why doesn't he condemn Antifa? Why does he say it doesn't exist?
Because you're here
Antifa,
before.
no, it's so cute. Antifa exists. They're vicious. They're violent. They kill.
So there you go. POTUS straight up. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, I'm back. Alright. So there you go. POTUS straight up lays out the smackdown. He didn't condemn QAnon. He was just like, I don't know about it. And you heard it was his response there. So that was, you know, again, a very good response to the question, right? She tried to bait him to be like, Q, is it real? Da da da. But he's like, look, I don't know who Q is. I don't know. But I do know what that they don't like is this type of certain things, right? And that's just not the whole. Yeah, it's a big part of the movement. It's a subject that people are not comfortable talking about. Some people are a little more forward about it. I'm one of those persons. I'm gonna make a video just on that subject about the PEDO stuff. I've been following the movement long enough to I know exactly where to go and gather the information, and I'm gonna bring it to the forefront. And it's probably gonna be if it gets enough views, I'm probably gonna be just removed from Facebook, or I mean from YouTube, because it ties into everything. You got Nexium, you got Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, you got the royal family, you got Hollywood, you got Comet Ping Pong. You know, there's all these certain things to it that all virtually connect to each other, and that's what people don't understand. Oh yeah, don't forget Disney. Disney's involved as well. Yeah, I think Disney's one of the most evil companies to ever exist. right? We got Bella Thorne out there publicly in an interview saying she was sexually molested from age 6 to 14. And she's a Disney star. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, it's gonna be a very... I already did a video on Project Looking Glass. It was okay. It wasn't really super well done. But it kind of just gives you an insight onto what that is. But I'm going to dive into a certain food that you put pepperoni on. And that whole fiasco that went down and has been going down for decades in the most sacred and trusted places you think your children would be, safe. Be it church, monastery, be it a simple little modeling gig, but it really does happen in the places that you think it doesn't happen. And, so yeah, that's gonna be a video that I'm gonna really do. You know what? I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up super early. I'm gonna dig up everything I can. I should have recorded everything and saved it. Well, I had to change my hard drive and because it blew up. My old one did. I had everything on that hard drive. But I know what to look for, and I'm sure I can find it. Certain videos and certain things, and I don't really know how to tackle it. I mean, I think I have an idea of how to tackle the subject. I just don't know how to present it correctly. Because, I'm not very, I don't know. I don't have a very good way of presenting things. But I'm going to do my best, okay? Okay, I got about 10 minutes here. Let's check this out.
Taking money from countries like press corps knew it and covered it up. And now you have Biden's own text messages to his father, to others, which make it clear that they were stealing money, taking money from countries like Iraq, Ukraine, China, Romania. Oh, don't forget Moscow, the $3.5 million from Moscow that Biden lied about at the debate, which we have proof of. Plus, today, the New York Post completely puts the lie to his claim he didn't know about Burisma, and he didn't know about the shenanigans there and the fact that he was involved in a bribe there, since he said he never met or knew anything about Burisma. And there are text messages that make it clear that in 2015 he had a meeting with the number 2 person of Burisma in Washington, D.C.
Let me jump in really quick if you don't mind.
Those texts were supplied by the Post.
Mr. Mayor, let me jump in really quick if you don't mind here. The New York Post, I just want to walk this through as easy as I can for the viewers to understand, because we have 2 elements here. We have emails that we've seen in the New York Post story, and we have pictures of Hunter Biden. And a couple of questions about the pictures in just a minute, but the emails here that we see are alleged from this Ukrainian official on the Energy Board sent to Hunter thanking him for introducing him to his then vice president, his dad at that time. If these are real and they're true, did Hunter Biden commit anything against the law? Did Joe Biden do anything against the law? Were there crimes committed?
Sure. Here's a couple of them. Number one, if he set up that meeting and he didn't register, he violated the Foreign Agents Registration Act, for which they put Paul Manafort in prison. They're going to put Paul Manafort in prison. It sounds to me like they should put Hunter Biden in prison. Second, it proves really that Joe Biden was involved in the entire Burisma scheme, in the bribery that he admitted to way back in 2018. He's been lying about this for 6 years. He said, I didn't know anything about Burisma. Here we have a text message, several of them, setting up the meeting, proving the meeting. Oh, and by the way, this isn't alleged. This is Joe Biden's son's hard drive. It's his. It belongs to him. He sent and got those messages. There's no doubt about that. I can prove that in 10 different ways. I have his entire hard drive.
They're wondering how you got the laptop. How did you get the hard drive?
I got the hard drive legally, completely legally. Why are they worried about how I got it? Why don't they just say it's untrue?
Fair point.
Because it isn't untrue. Because Joe Biden participated in massive bribes. Because this hard drive will prove that his son illegally got $10 to $14 million from Ukraine. That the purpose of it was to bribe the president of the Ukraine, which Biden admitted to. It's also going to show that Hunter was sharing half of the proceeds with his father. I have another text message that hasn't been released yet, right here from January 6, 2019. It reads as follows. This is Hunter Biden to his daughter. I love you, but I don't receive any respect, and that's fine, I guess. Works for you, apparently. I hope you all can do what I did and pay for everything for this entire family for 30 years. It's really hard, but don't worry, unlike Pop, I won't make you give me half your salary. That's the email. It's on the hard drive. It's clearly his hard drive. It's got 1,000 pictures of him. I haven't put those pictures out. Those pictures are disgusting. Some of those pictures constitute crimes, by the way.
Right, so there you have it, folks. The reason I think people, as of earlier this morning and maybe yesterday, these channels are just being purged is because they're covering this. And luckily, my channel is super tiny. Right, so they're probably not even looking at my channel, but I'm happy to bring forth this information and stuff like that. You know, like it's like they don't care who I am. You know, I'm sure if I had like 100,000 subscribers, that's it. My channel would be just gone. You know, they'd just be like, nope, this person can't be talking about this type of thing. But my channel is small, so I can talk about these certain subjects without being censored or removed. And that one I found right off the bat, like, or just like I didn't it was just on my feed. And we got the whole, you know, Trump getting asked the question to denounce our favorite number. But he just straight up was like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. You tell me what you know about QAnon. Huh? He knows exactly how to maintain and answer the question without kind of, you know, purging himself on saying certain things that they're trying to get him to say. But he's the maestro. Come on. He's probably the smartest person, smartest president ever. He knows exactly what the mainstream media is trying to do. And he's just like, he just smacks it aside, and it's like, no, dude, that's not what's happening. And where I'm at, 25. Okay, I might go about 10 minutes. So yeah, that's enough of Twitter, dude. And now we're down to the drops. The last one I left off at was 48.59. We got 48.60. We get a meme. Oops. Wrong navigation screen. Sorry there. My next piece is called Nothing Can Stop What Is Coming. What do you think that is? People are going down. That's what that means. Don't quote me on that. You know, use your own discernment, do your own research. I have to plug that in there before people start like yelling at me and stuff. And I got another message. Stop it, phone. God woke you up for a reason. Right? Trump, QAnon people love our country. For those who have been following the movement, we're patriots. We understand. We have just been told ahead of time all the things that these corrupt, evil people have been doing to us for decades. I knew about this like 2, 3, 4 years ago, dude. I mean, I'm sure there's truthers out there that already figured it out. But this movement just brought it to the forefront. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, hey, look, I'm super smart. I knew everything. No. I was just as shocked about it all. I didn't know this stuff was going on. I had no idea. But now that you know what you know, what are you going to do with the information, right? Me, 3-4 months ago, I started a YouTube channel. Nobody watches it. I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking for handouts. I'm not telling people to, hey, donate to my channel. No. I do this on my free time. I put out this information, and hopefully it reaches someone that, you know, they can like look at it and be like, whoa, what the heck? What's going on over here? Alright? That's it. I'm never gonna ask for anybody to donate money. I mean, if you want to, you can, but I'm not asking for it. I'm just sharing information that the fake news will not share with you. That is all. Alright? Enough about that. What did I do? Oops. Give me a second here. Oh, wrong screen again. What the heck just happened? Oh. Alright, never mind. I'm stupid. And then, you know, God woke you up for a reason. And we get 4861. A person and on the board says, this is an anon, right? Hey Q, how are we doing so far? Almost 3 years now. And he just says in the bracket, past 7 days. And the MSN just keeps, they want him to denounce this movement. They want him to say, no, this movement is crazy, it has nothing to do with my, but he's just like, I don't know this movement. As the video that I showed in the beginning, right? Conspiracy. If it's a conspiracy theory, why do you even care about this movement? You stupid Mockingbird fake news media? Why? Why would you even cover it if it's baloney? It's because it's not baloney. This is what they fear. They fear the truth. There you go, folks. House resolution passed condemning QAnon. House Intel Committee meeting tomorrow regarding QAnon. Gauge for yourself and on Q. Right? And what just happened today? All these people on YouTube were removed. The best reporters, and a lot of them weren't even just QAnon reporters, dude. They were just reporting real news. They weren't solely just reporting QAnon. Some of them didn't even report QAnon. They were just reporting real factual news. And they got deleted. Alright? So think about that one, dude. It has nothing to do with freaking QAnon. And that's pretty much what this is. Um 4863, we get an article. European intelligence agencies are deploying resources to track QAnon as the conspiracy theory spreads beyond the U.S. sources. I'm not going to read this. I will pin it in the description below. You just have to remember to do so, because I always forget. Before more joiners go peddling this at New York Post story, they should do some vigilance on the cover story for how Giuliani got the hard drive. Giuliani has been conspiring with Russia agents for months, including someone the U.S. says is actively trying to interfere in this election. Why would the FBI subpoena the computer? If the stoner could give it to Giuliani, he could give it to the FBI. It makes no sense. And let's remember, Burisma was hacked last fall by Russia. Do not be complicit in spreading Russian efforts to interfere in the election. Lawfare accomplice to Dem impeachment debacle goes all in on hashtag #MaRussia2020. Before more journals go peddling this at New York Story, they should do some diligence on the cover story for how Giuliani got the hard drive. Giuliani has been conspiring with Russian agents, including someone the U.S. says is actively to interfere in this election. Why would the FBI subpoena the computer if the store owner could give it to Giuliani? He could give it to the FBI. Makes no sense. He could give it to anybody he wanted to. And let's remember, Burisma was hacked. Okay, it's just do not be complicit in spreading Russian efforts to interfere in the election. There you go. You can read it. Pause the video, read it. I'm not gonna read it. This video's gone way too long. And I don't like going over 30 minutes. You are no longer allowed to read this comment. Comment removed following complaint made by Ministry of Truth. See George Orwell's 1984. Mag girl, thank you so much. Another Twitter. Oh man, well, so my gosh, I can't stand this guy. Obama says that QAnon is seeping into the mainstream of the Republican Party. On the latest at Pod Save America, around the 25-minute mark. Okay. It's been around for 4 years, bro. Why weren't you talking about it back then, huh? Did Michael tell you not to talk about it? Huh, buddy? Yeah. Shut your face. And then we get the same meme again. The hunters have become the hunted. The hunt is on. Red October, folks. It's here. Gosh, how many is there? Oh my god. Alright, this video is gonna clearly be about like an hour long. Where was I? Is it right here? Got a tweet from John Solomon, 4867. Oh shoot, no. Breaking. Burisma official reportedly linked to Joe Biden. Met with state officials in 2016. Memos show. Just news. I will pin this article in the link in the description below. We got General Flynn. Digital soldiers must fight on battlefields of our choosing. Allowing tyranny to reign over liberty keeps us from breathing freedom's fresh air and informing our democracy of the grave threats our constitutional republic faces. Read, listen, understand, comprehend, and respond with facts and sound analysis. That is how digital soldiers fight back. America is a constitutional republic where supreme power is held by we the people through our duly elected representatives and not any one media platform. Ensure your vote counts. God bless America. And that is truth. What does the mainstream media constantly try to do to us? They're just constantly lying to your face. And if you cannot comprehend and understand that one little simple fact, you're still going to be controlled by these elite people that want you to be that sheep. Don't be a sheep. I don't understand why people can't understand this simple fact. Like, it boggles my mind how people cannot see how you're being lied to straight to your face, but you still support these things that these corrupt people are presenting to you right in front of your face. You know, you have to wake up. Like, you do. You really have to. And if you think you're woke, you're not. Because you don't understand what has really been going on and what has really been done to you to suppress you with certain things. The legality, just the evil, corrupt, you know. Yeah, obviously people are woke to taxation and stuff. Yes, blah blah blah. Who gives a shit about that? But it's the innermost things that are the most corrupt. It's religion. It's Planned Parenthood. It's doctors, lawyers. Those are the people that are the most corrupt, because those are the people that you're taught to trust and are probably the most corrupt. The people that you don't even think are bad, but they're that bad. Alright, do a little more research. It's there. Religion is probably one of the most corrupt. Like, if you think you go to a good church, you know, and you donate money and all that stuff, where do you think that money goes? Probably it just goes into these pastors' pockets, you know, and they're driving around in like fancy cars and, you know, have nice homes. Yeah, they'll do certain things here and there, but most likely they're pocketing the money, funneling the money for nefarious acts. or just for their own, you know, lavish lifestyles that these people like to live, just like politicians, right? They tax you, but where does that money really go? Think about it. It's not that hard to comprehend, folks. It's just once you wake up to that reality, it's like no, no. You can go F off. I'm not gonna be giving you any more freaking money, right? No. That's just me. My opinion. Use your own discernment. Do your own research. It's just my personal opinion, and that's it. Alright? You don't have to believe me. I'm not telling you this is actual facts. But you can kind of get the idea of what I'm talking about. Just trying to give an idea out there. That's it. We get an article from the New York Post. Okay, so we've obviously already seen as I already alluded, we have discussed and agreed the following remuneration packages. Chair, vice chair, depending on agreement with CEFC Hunter. Hunter has some off expectations. He will elaborate. Shoot. 28, 10 held by H for the big guy. For the big guy? Who is that big guy? Neither Jim nor the big guy was identified further. Oh man, Hunter Biden, dude. What is it with him and the cigarette, dude? Is it a China person? What is this, the third? Gosh. Right, this one I will certainly leave in the comments below. I just have to keep track because I keep forgetting. I tend to say that I'll pin certain articles, and then I just completely forget to leave them. I leave them out of the article or the description. But this one, I'm not gonna get into it. Yeah, of course, it's China. Emails reveal how Hunter Biden tried to crash in big on behalf of family with Chinese firm. Oh, okay. I should have read that. I should have read that. I scrolled right through it. Oopsie. My bad. Sorry. Not a professional, folks. Not a professional. And this video is like super long now. I don't know. There's so many drops, dude. Oops. GOP report claims Biden paid woman linked to prostitution or human trafficking ring. This is another
Joe
huge...
Biden's son, Hunter, is emerging as an issue in the presidential campaign. We're learning new information tonight about a Senate Republican investigation
Let's take a listen.
into the younger Biden. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel has details.
The 87-page report says in 2015, two senior State Department officials, George Kent and Amos Hochstein, raised concerns to Vice President Joe Biden's office and even with Biden personally about the perception of a conflict of interest regarding Hunter Biden's role on Burisma's board. Quote, despite the efforts of these individuals, their concerns appear to have fallen on deaf ears. And warning of the risk of undermining U.S. policy in Ukraine, quote, officials within the Obama administration ignored the glaring warning signs when the vice president's son joined the board of a company owned by a corrupt Ukrainian oligarch. Senate Republican Chairman Ron Johnson and Chuck Grassley led the report and note Treasury records show potential criminal activity relating to transactions among...
Oh, no, come on. Alright, my internet might have... It like disconnects just randomly. I think that's what happened. Hold on.
Joe Biden's son, Hunter, is emerging as...
Their concerns appear to have fallen on deaf ears. And warning of the risk of undermining U.S. policy in Ukraine, quote, officials within the Obama administration ignored the glaring warning signs when the vice president's son joined the board of a company owned by a corrupt Ukrainian oligarch. Senate Republican Chairman Ron Johnson and Chuck Grassley led the report.
Sorry about that. Sometimes my internet just sucks.
Among and between Hunter
they obviously
Biden, his family,
don't want
his
this to be
foreign
put out.
nationals. A key Senate Republican calls the findings extremely troubling.
There's been a lot done, a lot of interviews. There's a lot to see there, and this is very serious.
A spokesman for the Biden campaign says this is all about the election. Quote, an attack founded on a long disproven hardcore right-wing conspiracy theory that hinges on Senator Johnson himself being corrupt, and that the senator has now explicitly stated he's attempting to exploit to bail out Donald Trump's re-election campaign. The Senate Democratic leader blasted this probe.
Senators Grassley and Johnson should reimburse taxpayers for the money they wasted. The Johnson report should be relegated to the dustbin of history.
Senator Tom Cotton says there's no reason to believe these practices would change if Joe Biden's in the White House.
For decades, Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's brother have been coasting off of his public office.
We get another Fox News article here. Oh wait, did I already read this?
Joe Biden's son, Hunter, is emerging as an issue in the presidential campaign. We're learning new information tonight about a Senate Republican investigation.
Alright, so I'm gonna link this one, that one. We got 4871. national security concerns regarding blackmail, gain control of Joe Biden by Russia, China, and / or other foreign or domestic entities. U.S. intel apparatus reports clear and present danger. Our favorite number, right? And we get this meme. I've posted it several times before on my Facebook and stuff like that. Why was POTUS framed regarding Russia collusion? Question mark. Protect truth regarding Hillary / DNC Russia collusion? Why was POTUS impeached regarding Ukraine? Projection? Right? They had nothing. Nothing on him. He did nothing wrong. People are stupid. Protect truth regarding Biden? Class 1 through 99 in the bracket. Ukraine collusion? Blame opponent for what they themselves are guilty of? Again, define projection. They're blaming Trump for everything that they were doing using the mainstream media, but they failed and never stuck because we, the American people, are smarter than that. DNC media push echo submitted talking points generate false narratives, all in the bracket, right? Exactly what I just said. Mainstream media is their last dying thing that they can use to kind of save themselves, but no. Patriots have it all. The American people can see their blatant biased narratives. It's all Orange Man bad when it's Orange Man good. But when you can brainwash the normies out there that just haven't picked it up, they're gonna keep believing that Orange Man is bad and he's racist and stuff like that. Alright? And then we get a meme from Ben Garrison, right? Biden's body coins. I'm surprised I haven't been removed, dude. On Twitter, I'm still good. I'm gonna keep fighting on these platforms because I haven't been removed. But then again, my channel and I don't have as many followers as like the more popular people, that were doing fantastic work and are a little more recognized than me. I've only been doing this for like 3 months. I've been on Facebook for like ever, and that's basically where all my you can just go through my Facebook. You'll find like thousands and thousands of memes, dude. I'm pretty sure it's over like 5,000 memes, and I'm gonna continue to truck forward on Facebook. All right, I'm about to hit an hour. These memes just keep coming, dude. I mean, these drops. Right? Anons were warned years ago of pending China communist-style tactic approaching regarding censor and terminate and all dissenting views. They are not in control of your own platforms. Every asset deployed. You don't think it was just a conspiracy, did you? Question mark. 17. Would you like to send anything on over during the House Intel Committee hearing? Nothing can stop this. Kill. And I think he's speaking to the deep state right there. He's like, what? What else? What else did you got? We got a Twitter status. Yeah, obviously we have already gone through that QAnon or YouTube bans QAnon, Pizzagate, and other conspiracy content that targets individuals. I'm gonna make that pizza video. I'm gonna pull up every resource I can. I already know I have memes. I just need a little. I need to find like better articles that just word it better. I'm gonna see how I can like just get. I'm gonna see if when I make that video, I'm gonna see if they try to censor me. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, dude. That's my mission, dude. Just to inform you all about this stuff. That if you don't know what Pizzagate is, it's probably one of the worst subjects and things. It's like if you have children, this is gonna infuriate you. If you don't know what it is, hopefully it will inform you. But you know, I'm privy to the fact too that if I had children, I already knew about the whole thing, so it's like yeah, I would literally these people need to be hanged. Alright, so that's that. Do you get it yet? They are afraid of you. Reach controlled, anti-narrative, free thought. Don't forget about the House Intel Committee meeting regarding QAnon today. More conspiracy? Factless, baseless claims pushed regarding violent, extremist, racist, dangerous, anti-government, Nazism, white supremacy, anti-religion, anti-American. Number 2, attack topic, POTUS. Number 1, information warfare. Q. Hunter Biden demanded Chinese billionaire pay $10 million for introductions alone. Okay, yeah, whatever, Hunter Biden, you meth head. The show has obtained new Hunter Biden emails. Okay, so it's just all the emails that I've already. I shared these like 2 days ago, dude. Like, I wasn't on the Yeah. Q broke. That's why I think a lot of people have been censored. It was just everybody sharing. Right? He's just acknowledging. No, Anon, you did it collectively, dude. It was just everybody sharing. That's why I think everybody, the big channels and got removed. Gosh, man. This is like one of my longest videos ever. Just offer myself a behind-the-scenes look at the Hunter Biden hard drive. Drugs, underage obsessions. Whoa. Chanel Rion from OAN. Power deals. Druggy. Hunter. Makes... No, dude. I think the Anthony Weiner is the smoking gun that we are just hoping for. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't read it. I didn't finish reading it. Druggy Hunter makes Anthony Weiner's down under selfie addiction look normal. Biden crime family has a lot of apologizing to do. No. Just send them to jail. So does Big Tech. Oh, this is a good one. Underage obsessions is a gentle way of putting it. Remember, it's just a conspiracy. That's why they are throwing everything they can at it. 17. Without you collectively, there would have been no way to bypass their control. They weren't about to repeat the mistake of 2016. You are what matters most. United, not divided. You awake, thinking for yourself is their greatest fear. Welcome to the digital battlefield, where we go one, we go all. Oh, did my phone die? Oops. Okay, I think my phone died. Give me 1 second, folks. Or did the... Alright, so there you have it, folks. Again, I can't stress enough that it's more important to vote. This is probably the most, you know, people sit there and tell you that, you know, your vote doesn't matter. this is probably one of the most important votes in the history of mankind. Because if this man does not get reelected, you can kiss America goodbye. It's going to be a place that you will not recognize anymore. They're going to remove all sorts of regulations. You can't own weapons. You know, you can't defend yourself. They're going to remove the Second Amendment. I've never been so sure of an election that ever, dude, since I was like freaking 1918, dude. That is more important right now to get out and vote, dude. I never cared about this stuff, dude. But once you start favoriting on, giving me the insider information, Patriot Insider Intelligence, or yeah. You know, I didn't know about. I knew that the government was corrupt. I knew 9/11 was all an inside job, government is corrupt, but I didn't know about all of this human trafficking, these elite Epstein Island type things. I didn't know anything about that. And it took me like 2 months to just like go through it, and I'm just like, whoa, what? I got hit with all this information in about like a 3-month span. And I mean, I'm intelligent enough to, you know, seek or seep the information, but I just didn't know it was that bad. Like, it fazed me for like a day. Like, I was like, whoa, what did I just get into? But it was easy to digest once I did a little more research. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That ties into that. That ties into this. That ties into that. It's all connected. NXIVM, Hollywood, Victoria's Secrets, Lex Wexner. You know, once you start making the connections, it's easier to digest and just know how you have been deceived. Right? I wouldn't even know. I would assume. Like these, even the magazines, dude. That, you know, you got Glamour and I don't know. I don't read magazines, but I know Glamour is a big one. You know, and then once you start digging into Playboy, ooh, and then you got, you know, LA is a cesspool for all of this stuff. I'm going to be doing a super deep dive into how everything connects regarding Hollywood and whatever their nefarious things are. I just have to do it. It's gonna take like a full day on just pulling up all the information. I used to have everything. Like, I had like folders and stuff, but then my hard drive crashed. Had to buy a new one, and that's it. I lost everything. But I can kind of remember everything that I wanted to kind of speak on. There you go, folks. That's it. Till the next one. This was way longer than I expected it to be. I just didn't realize how many drops there were. I think it was just me being asleep or just like sleeping all day. And yesterday as well, dude. I don't know. I love my sleep. Sometimes this stuff is mentally draining. Like, I get exhausted. Like, it's like you know, you go work out and you get super tired, but imagine working your mind to where you get exhausted and tired because you are constantly thinking. That's a thing, folks. Huh? All you people out there that like to go to the gym and think, oh yeah, I'm gonna go work out. But there is such a thing about working your mind, dude. And I think that's what I tend to do sometimes. Sometimes I don't even, gosh, I don't even know, dude. Like, I think yeah. Well, as of late, I've been waking up super early and I can't stop thinking, and it's just, let's see what's going on. Okay, cool. Thank you. You guys are still... Well, yeah. Till the next one. Thank you for watching. For those that do. Where we going? Well, thank you so much. Bye. Oops.